What's up, weirdo? Shade Tree Surgeon here, and I have one for the ages. That eternal question, is a custom motorcycle ever actually done? I really think that answer is no. How long is a piece of string? How can a custom motorcycle ever be done? But today, with the Dirtster that I've got on the lift here in the garage, we're about to be as done as I'm ever gonna say it is. ODB, the Dirtster right here in the lift, it's a constantly devolving Sportster that I have set up to go off-road if this is the first video you're watching. Sometimes I do get first-time watchers. Every video has some first people watching it, so welcome to the channel. This is my off-road Sportster. When I say off-road, I use that term very loosely, so my ADV Sportster, ODB, really tried to do some good things to make it perform better off-road, and one of the worst things that I did and that really didn't work out was Burley brand stilettos. They gave me the height I wanted at 15 inches, but they just had the same amount of suspension travel. They're damned for street. They just had a couple inches suspension travel. Really not great. They didn't do a very good job. So that's where Race Tech comes in. What a lot of people don't know is you don't have to just pick a random suspension like that's already made for your bike. You can get suspension made. Suspension is just the components, and if companies have the ability to make springs and shock bodies, they can just make a suspension for your motorcycle, and it's not really any more expensive, and in some cases way less expensive than the stuff that's already made. Race Tech is far from the only company that makes custom suspension, but I like Race Tech a lot, and I've used their stuff in a lot of motorcycles. And I signed up for a sponsored rider program, but I signed up for that because they sponsor a lot of people who race, mainly in like real racing, like dirt bike racing, because that's where Race Tech makes most of its stuff for, but they make a lot of street bike stuff as well. I signed up for that sponsored riding thing, and they give you a pretty good discount on the shocks. So Race Tech is cool. They love supporting the scene. They support a lot of, youth riders, local riders, and stuff like that. I like them as a company. I think they're great. They take a long time to get you these shocks, so don't expect like Buddy Bezos next day delivery, but they will make them to exactly your specifications. So this is set up for this bike, the Dirtster, for on and off-road adventure riding for my weight. Well, a generous and optimistic 280 pounds, not the 310 I currently weigh, but I'm in the process of trying to lose weight. So getting down to my actual spring rate, getting down to 280, that's goal number one. Anyway, let's go ahead and slap these suckers on there. I'm really excited to finally have real suspension on this motorcycle. I really think that the most satisfying jobs to do on a motorcycle, in my opinion anyway, to me, they're always the ones that require the least amount of work for the most amount of reward. Changing out rear shocks, that definitely fits the bill on not a lot of work for a very large reward. Oops. Alright, let's adjust these, give myself a little bit of preload because it looks like they came with 0 preload, and my fat ass definitely needs it. I'm not going to start out with a ton of preload, but just some, and then I'll have to set the sag and just see where I'm sitting once I get the bike off the lift and sit on it. Alright, so I readjusted the preload. I put way too much on it, so I think I've got it to a place where it works now, but there's only one way to find out. Let's go take the thing for a ride. I'll tell you already, just the way it turns, I will tell you, nothing makes a motorcycle feel like a different bike than suspension. I swear to Bob, man. And I'll tell you that Burley brand rear suspension I had, that is literally some of the worst. It's obviously going to be a rougher ride on the street. It is what it is. The suspension is set up to perform, not to, be super comfortable. Well, this right here looks like a nice big drop off to see what it feels like when it falls off a ledge. Oh, definitely stiff. I might actually need to take a little bit of preload out of that. Of course, in a real situation, I would be standing up when I fell off that. Well, let's try it again, but we'll do it standing up this time. Yeah, that feels great. Oh my god, it feels great to be able to just like drop off something and not have the suspension bottom out. What a relief. Still think I'm gonna have to take a little bit of preload out of that sucker for my weight, but it's feeling pretty good.
All right, y'all, I'm not sure where this video is starting out. It's been a sweaty day already. Sweaty at the gym, sweaty at the post office. So everyone gives me, well, actually no one gives me a hard time for giving the post office a hard time, but you definitely wouldn't if you had been there today. It's pretty rough in there. That's what happens sometimes when you guys send us packages, they get lost too, and that's what happened today. They gave us a slip saying it was there. They probably gave it to somebody else. Anyway, Shaylisi is going to get a fresh tattoo, going to experience some pain at the one and only Ken Dean shop. Going to be on the Ducati, the Cami Bay Monster. I am going to be on the Pan America, baby. The Pan America, baby. The triathlon dad. The Speedo dad. If this is dad short shorts, baby, these are Daisy Dukes. You know, it's the Harley Davidson bags that inspired me to build my Sportster, because I wanted to build a bike that was cheaper than the bags cost to buy. And these bags are dumb. You cannot open or close them without the key. You cannot leave them unlocked. That drives me nuts. Sorry, Ken Dean, we are probably about an hour late at this point, but usually when we go get tattooed by Ken, we spend a fair amount of time bullshitting and hanging out, and we usually take up his whole day anyway. So I'm going to try not to feel that bad about it, but I do feel kind of bad because I would have rather been spending this time bullshitting with Ken. Don't say anything, Josh. Yeah, not only is Ken a world-famous tattoo artist, and trust me, he is world-famous, he's also one of my best friends, and he's actually given Shaylisi almost every single tattoo that she has right now. Pretty cool, old Ken Dean, a guy who's been a lifelong friend of mine that I've known since I was, not since I was a kid, but since I was old enough to be drinking in bars where I first met him, that's for sure. That's pretty cool to see him give my niece Shaylisi, like, this huge tattoo journey that she's been on since she was young. I really dig it. Me and Ken, we got a couple cool projects coming up. I've hinted at a few of them here and there, but it has to do with Brapstar, and the first one, I guess I can say this one, he hasn't started working on it yet, but I'm gonna have Ken Dean, the one and only Ken Dean, a Tiger Temple tattoo, which is the official tattoo shop of Shade Tree Army and Brapstar, the only tattoo shop in Tampa, in fact, the only place in Tampa that has official Shade Tree Army only motorcycle parking. I'm gonna have him do a Brapstar flash sheet, and I'm so excited for it, because I know I'm not the only one who likes to get souvenir tattoos. So some of y'all out there, if you're passing through Tampa and you want to get a souvenir tattoo at Tiger Temple and have it be Brapstar themed, the one and only Ken Dean is gonna have you covered. There you go, baby. Shade Tree Army motorcycle parking only. Better believe it. So you're looking at Ken Dean right now, and he's got his new lights on because Shaylisi said he looked like a dork with his old light. Shandy said a deranged gynecologist.
Did she say that?
That's what I'm saying. That's what Shandy said. Cool to see new faces in Tiger Temple Tattoo. Shaylisi's over here getting tattooed, and someone with an amazing fellow dad style. A sailor, tattoo artist, a world traveler, my man Ward over here, a lifelong friend of Ken Dean's, which probably means that he's a total piece of crap. That's okay though, those are all our kind of people. Everything's relative, man. You know? from a big old elephant turd's point of view, a rabbit pellet ain't shit, okay? And we're elephant turds around here. And he's gonna start tattooing here at Tiger Temple. So I keep saying I'm gonna try to get some first tattoos, so we'll see. Vote down in the comments what you want to see Ward tattoo on me. I've never even seen his portfolio, doesn't matter. Ward was just showing me some of his stuff. He does amazing realism, but I didn't even know he's done one of the internet's most famous tattoos. I guarantee it's been copied a bunch since, but the first guy to do it, wait, let's focus here. The tramp stamp back in the day. I can't tell you how many times I've seen that shit. That shit was getting shared on like E-Bombs World, dude. Alright, I'm actually gonna roll out a little bit because I got a few little errands to run. Well, not quite errands. Nothing's really an errand when you're on a motorcycle, is it? It's just fun. Especially not when you're on a Pan America. Oh my god, dude. I could get used to this. All that potential, that's what it always feels like. Potential for hooliganism, potential for off-road, potential for long-distance journey. It's just so much potential I can barely stand it. Oh yeah, and of course that potential to go real fast. I don't know how you couldn't just absolutely love this motorcycle. The only reason I don't have one, besides it's a little out of my price range, but if money was no object, the only reason I don't have one is I just got a soft spot for crappy bikes. So when a bike is too good, sometimes I'm like, I don't know if this is for me. I don't know, man. I just like bikes that suck, kind of. They got more character. But if I didn't like bikes that suck, I think this one might might be it for me. I'm in Camp Spite on this one. I spy a fellow adventurer. I can see his aluminum bags. That's how you know it's an adventure bike, right? Only adventure bikes have aluminum bags. That's how you know my Goldwing's an adventure bike too, right? Look at him looking in his mirror at me. He thinks I'm one of them. I mean, am I? I don't know. I'm like firmly in dad territory now. I was resisting it for years, but I got the Dad Force 1s on. I'm on an adventure bike. Got the dad jeans on. I don't know, baby. It's looking awful grim. These past couple years have been a metamorphosis, a Kafka-esque transformation into a lawn mowing, light beer drinking dad. Oh no, it's a Beamer. I could have just saw the side of it. A GS daddy. I don't know, man. I don't even know if they'll let me hang out on my Harley. Them GS daddies, they build different, baby. Oh, maybe he ain't built that different, dude. He's got a safety third sticker on his top box. That's my kind of man right there. Oh, he's testing me. Ain't putting that foot down. He's testing your boy Shade Tree, dude. That's a freaking rival dad over there. Not putting his foot down. That is a rival dad call-out move if I've ever seen one. What a bummer, man. Getting a car accident on your way to happy hour on Friday? That sucks. You know, some people say that rosaries were the original fidget spinner. I don't know who says that. Someone who's going to get in trouble with the big man. I'm just repeating something I heard. Can we get a blessed fidget spinner? They sell those? The Vatican is missing out, dude. They'll just sell like hotcakes. Actually, you guys owe me a little bit of that if you do it. So you guys have heard about me and Ken Dean's matching tattoos, the love bugs with various genitalia. Well, I'm not going to ruin it, but they're getting worked on over there right now. So stay tuned. So when I came up here to Tiger Temple, Ken actually told Shay he had a present for me, but Shay told me. And I come up here, and a present of what you do for a living is often the nicest thing you can give to somebody, because that is how you make your living, and also sometimes the hardest thing for you to do. And it makes me so happy when my friends gift me with amazing art. Man, the one and only Ken Dean did right here, dude. I love that, and expect to see that coming to a bumper sticker near you. Also, if you didn't know, we are actually the only place online, well, focus, the only place online where you can buy the one and only Ken Dean's One Magnificent Bastard Mustache Wax. And he just restocked us. The last stuff sold out pretty soon, so make sure you get on it. And I forget where everything is from, but Ken Dean makes this himself, and he uses it every day. And where do you get the ingredients from?
I get it from Oregon. I order it from Maine. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. One Magnificent Bastard Mustache Wax. I had to make it myself because I couldn't find one that I liked. And I spent 2 years perfecting the recipe out of both. It's made by a man for men. Unless you're a woman with a big bushy mustache and everything, then you get it for free.
Dude, it looks hard as hell.
Hard as hell. If you guys want to get a tattoo, come to
Tiger Temple's where it's at, man. Ken Dean is a lifelong friend of mine. Amazing person, and I'm so lucky to have him in my life. You know, it's not the most practical thing in the world to ride your motorcycles to go get tattooed, but it sure is a lot cooler. I even gave Shay Lisi the option and said, we can drive the truck. But she chose to ride the motorcycle because riding motorcycles to go get tattooed at Tiger Temple is just a little bit cooler than driving the car. A lot cooler, all right? Yeah, we were talking about heading out to Dirty Shame later with Ken Dean. He said he feels like having a beer. Because I'll tell you, the only other thing that's just as fun as getting tattooed by Ken Dean, because that guy has the best stories, and he's one of the most hilarious dudes I've ever met in my life. The only thing more fun than getting tattooed by Ken Dean is drinking beers with Ken Dean. What an awesome day. Made that much better by motorcycles and tattoos, baby. This is a pretty good Friday, if I do say so myself. Oh, and now it's time to take one adventure vehicle to go pick up another adventure vehicle. Did you want sunglasses? Dude, this is the curse of Arai helmets. People like them, but I'm like, dude, not having an internal sun visor is the most annoying thing in the world. That would be a deal breaker for me. Well, you know, I never need much of an excuse to ride out to Forgotten Angels, but today we're definitely going for a couple of different cool things. And here in less than a year, we'll be out there full time. Once we start building out the new Brapstar garage, there's not going to be any going out to Forgotten Angels anymore. We're just going to be at Forgotten Angels all the time. Welcome home. God, it always feels good to drive onto this property. I know we just had the camp out, but man, I cannot wait to see all y'all again in October. I'm just hanging up here at Forgotten Angels. Don't forget, by the way, we're giving away another GL 1500. Another gold wing hitting the streets, baby. We have given away so many gold wings at this point. It just makes me so happy that they're all out there just existing in the world, doing gold wing things, taking people on amazing adventures on ridiculous Tupperware motorcycles. Well, we're giving this one away on Wednesday the 19th. You've got less than 2 weeks to grab a ticket for this one. I'm gonna have tickets down below. Of course, 100% of all of those tickets bought will directly benefit Forgotten Angels and our mission to end the cycle of abuse from foster care. It is, I've said it again and again, but what David and Cindy are doing out here and what we're all helping them do is absolutely insane, and the problem's so much worse than anybody thinks. If I said how bad it actually is for some of these young men, I don't think anybody would believe me. And that's just in our little corner of the world here in Florida. That's why we're doing this raffle, and we're raffling off an entire house, wherever you choose. It doesn't have to be in Florida, but if your dream house is in Florida, hey, come on down. We'll move you into a house. Buying a ticket for this gold wing, that also enters you into a $250,000 raffle. Well, you can take the cash if you want, but some people are gonna take the dream house. It only makes sense in a place where what we're trying to do is make a home, a real home, not just a house, that we're giving away a house. And that's gonna be what propels Forgotten Angels to the next level. That and all of us scumbags. We can definitely be bad people doing good things. Grab a ticket for that thing right there. I can't wait to meet whoever wins it, because they'll be flying down here to hang out, party, see Forgotten Angels, and ride that thing home. Hell, you can do what a lot of other people have done. They just wait for the camp out. That's coming in October. We'll store it here for you. You want to fly down for the Renfest theme camp out and see Forgotten Angels for yourself with all the weirdos? You just let me know, man. Tickets available now. I'll have them in a pinned comment. Make sure you grab one, man. That is it's a nicer gold wing than my gold wing, that's for sure. All right, it's been a long time coming, but here we go. Adventure awaits in the bright blue bomber. Stabbin' Wagon McJr. over here. Shay Lisi's gonna drive this big boat home, and we're gonna start the cleanup process and the fixing it up. This was donated by our very good friend Dean Martin, not Jimmy Dean. Dean Martin. I always want to call him Jimmy Dean. Dean Martin, which is an even cooler name, donated this van, him and his wife, and they donated it to Forgotten Angels, and me and Shay Lisi are about to spread the word in this sucker, all right? That thing is a behemoth. I love it. Of course, you know, the Stabbin' Wagon King back there, the OG Stabbin' Wagon, that thing, the Wannabango, now that thing is crazy. The Wannabango, that's a whopper, baby, not even a whopper, a double whopper. And this guy right here, this is a junior bacon cheeseburger, all right? We definitely got some pretty cool adventures to do in that thing. I don't even have plans yet. I don't even know what we're gonna do, but it's gonna be something cool. We're gonna come up with a better name than those Stabbin' Wagon Jr. After all, Dean Martin and his wife donated the thing, so, you know, maybe I'll run a few past them and see what they think. They ought to get a say in what its name is. Back in the garage, these are still feeling a little stiff to me, which the fact that I have the preload almost all the way out and they still feel a little stiff, that's a good thing. I want the adjustability in there because part of the plan is to load this bike down. So I'm gonna have to take some more preload out of it, but before I do, I'm gonna have to modify my exhaust bracket a little bit because these shocks are a lot bigger than the last one, so it doesn't quite fit. Shocks all set up. They're looking pretty damn good. Shocks look really good. The exhaust looks really good. The rest of the motorcycle looks like a piece of crap. That's all right though. It's got character. It's got charisma, baby. Anyway, I just took all the preload out of the shock so I can test out what it's like that, and then immediately put a bunch of packages from Brapstar.com that are going out to you guys right here on the back. But you know, that weighs like maybe 25 pounds or something like that. A small order from y'all. So let's roll out and we'll see how these shocks hold up with no preload at all in them. Let's set up this GoPro here so I can see what the suspension's doing back here when I'm not looking. I'll be honest, for most all riding motorcycles, it's just a damn mystery what the suspension's up to. So let's spy on him. Honestly, it already feels a little bit better taking that preload out of it. Feels better and performs better are two very different things. Because a good performing suspension is not always a comfortable suspension, but I ain't exactly taking it on the Trans-American Trail right now anyway. I'm just riding it around street. Those are really easy to adjust too, and the amount of preload I'd need to put it back to where it was super stiff, I almost don't even need tools for it. You can just twist them by hand and get a lot of preload on those things. As always, huge thanks to all y'all who are helping me terrorize the USPS with yet another load of packages. Baby, we are pure evil and we love it. As I always say, once you realize you're the villain in a story, it's just so liberating. Uh-oh. Thought I could get out of here. Oh no, whatever shall I do? Oh, there we go. That's why you're on the dirtster, ain't it? Gotta go then, dude. Jesus Christ, man. Let me tell you what, when people are tailgating you on a motorcycle, you got a couple different options. And I've always found the best one is just let them go. That's a fight I don't want to have, and I definitely wouldn't win. Besides, I got precious cargo back there. I got all your Brapstar orders ready to go out, man. It just wouldn't do if I didn't make my daily visit to the United States Postal Service. They might be worried something happened to me. You know, we're kind of like that whole Sherlock Holmes and Moriarty vibe we got going on over here. I just think they'd be lost without me. The world needs a bad guy. I lost my blanket somewhere. Well, hopefully I can go back and find it. I could become rather fond of that thing. Let's see if I can retrace my steps and find my Mexican blanket. Fingers crossed. Aha! Found it. Yeah, that's right. You don't dare run that thing over. Oh, now it's got authentic battle damage on it. Oh, now all your packages from Brapstar.com are safely delivered to the USPS. It remains to be seen if USPS will safely deliver them. We just had a package lost from our P.O. box that they have no idea where it went. But anyway, now that I got those off the back, what I really want to do, and I haven't done yet, is I want to see if there's any difference at all in the high-speed handling of this bike. When I say high-speed handling, whoa, take it easy. When I say high-speed handling, you know, I don't mean like carving a corner at 100 miles an hour. I mean, how's it going to go in a straight line on the super slab? Because when you go on an adventure, you know what? Sometimes there's super slab involved. So it was kind of twitchy before. And that's a problem that's kind of inherent in these front ends whenever you lift up the rear anyway. There's a couple companies that sell the new triple trees that fix the problem. Like Speed Merchant sells a really nice one. It slightly changes the degree of rake on the front end. Gets rid of that inherent high-speed twitchiness that happens when you raise up the rear. It's a very trick part. It looks freaking awesome, but if I'm being honest, I really don't want to spend the money. There's a whole lot of other stuff I could spend my money on, including gas, like gasoline to go on an actual adventure with this thing. I'm just itching to leave. Nah, but it's still there. Let's say, it'll go 80, but it's kind of windy right now. Anything like around 80 miles an hour just starts to get, not a death wobble, but that front end just starts to feel a little bit loose. What a bummer. I was really hoping that'd fix it. I mean, it's fixed a lot of other things. The bike handles great. I can tell you, it feels like a totally different motorcycle with those rear shocks on it, but that high-speed twitch, that high-speed looseness is still there. And I don't know why I was hoping it'd fix it. I guess I didn't do the math. And let me tell you what, numbers know what they're doing, okay? I don't always know what numbers are doing, but numbers know what they're doing. They got things down pat. So I just had my fingers crossed, if I'm being honest. I should have known better. That's all right. It looks like eventually, I've been on a long distance trip without one, but eventually I'm gonna have to bend over and smile and buy that Speed Merchant triple tree for this thing. C'est la vie. I mean, there's always like a certain part I really like about buying new parts. Who doesn't like getting parts for their bike? It's the paying for them that I have a problem with. That part sucks. I thought when you got big on YouTube, everything was supposed to be for free, right? Like, come on, man. As it is, thing handles like a damn champion when it's not at 80 miles an hour, so I'll take it. Take it easy. Where's the fire, Chief? Come on now. Something over here, I think. Arr, she blows. Whoo, baby. Oh, that's somebody's camp right there. It looks like somebody's been back here on a bike, though. Either that or they just walking that way. What we got over here? Honestly, nothing much. Someone out here doing donuts on a bike and that's about it. Ah, well. Oh, freaking right up down here by the road where a cop's gonna come over and be like, just what in the hell do you think you're doing, boy? Oh, shoot, what am I doing? About to get stuck in some freaking muddy truck tracks. Let's go ahead and go back out the way we came. Cool thing about the Sporty, man, it's just got the momentum to like roll right over big bumps like that. I want to remind myself this is why I got the GPS. Well, I mean, not to trespass on people's property trying to see how my suspension works, but I got the GPS to, you know, go exploring. And there's plenty of places I can explore in Florida, too, that aren't in, like, neighborhoods where everybody's got a shotgun and they're looking for a reason to use it. Whoa, 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 buddy. Well, maybe there? Come on now. Come on, man. God, this thing does just like handle like a dream now, dude. It's so good. Oh, back away. Not today. I ain't trying to deal with no train up there, all right? That sucker stopped on the tracks, too. Oh, my gosh, dude. It just feels like a waiting game now. So much exciting stuff happening. Mainly with Forgotten Angels, man. This has been a long time coming. Just the Brapstar team up with Forgotten Angels. It's one of those things that pretty much already was. It was already a thing. We just went ahead and made it official. But it's not official because it's not like I signed any paperwork. Anyway, you guys know what I mean. I made the official announcement that like, hey, these guys, these are the guys I'm supporting, man. This is what I'm trying to do. This is the part of the world that I'm trying to make better, because what I figured out was, you know, something I pretty much already knew, but what I figured out is you can't change the entire world, but you can damn sure change a part of it. I think some people get caught up with how much stuff there is in the world that they forget that they can, if you work hard at your part of it, you can change it, man. You can do something, and it rubs me the wrong way. The fact that here in America, you've got these young men and young women who are out of foster care here in the land of the goddamn free. Shit like this ain't supposed to happen. And it is, and it's happening on such a scale. And the atrocities that are happening to these young men and women, the way that they're getting it, just taken advantage of, the way that people are gaming the system, just drives me insane. There needs to be a change. And guess what? That's a change we can actually affect. You guys out there, all y'all, and me, all of us together, we're already changing it. The thing is, we're changing it just here in Florida. Now, trust me, I get people ask me all the time, like, holy crap, I wish there was a Forgotten Angels Minneapolis, or I wish there was a Forgotten Angels Oregon, Texas, all these different places. Well, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to spread the message as far as we can. We're trying to raise this money to build a template for what will eventually be repeated in other states. That's what we're trying to do right now. Like, when you guys think that we've been doing this for so long, Forgotten Angels been around for about 8 years now, and it grew from nothing. Cindy used to do Forgotten Angels out of her own house before they bought the property. She used to do it out of her home, and she was just buying these young men, she was just buying them gift cards and getting them prepaid phones and just doing what she could to help them at all. And it's grown into what you see today through like amazing hard work from David and Cindy and all the people out there who have donated their time and money to make this happen. But the amount we have to grow more, to me, it just seems, sometimes it seems impossible, but David's got a way about him, man. David's got a way about explaining it. He's got a way about inspiring me. And let me tell you, when I hear him talk about it, when I hear him talk about changing the world, when I hear him talk about forgotten angels in all 50 states and Canada, I believe him. I hope you guys believe me when I talk about it too, because God damn, dude, we can actually do this. You know, I'd probably do a whole hell of a lot better asking golfers, you know, charity golf tournament, they got money, you know, celebrities, whoever, you name it, people who sail boats, the yachting club or something like that, but I'm not. I'm asking my community. This is the community I want behind me, the biker community, because let me tell you what, they understand it. They understand what it's like. And not all of them, you know, some people got great families, but a lot of you out there, a lot of you understand what it's like to be an outcast. You understand what it's like to have no one to back you up, no one to rely on. Whether you knew it or not, there's a whole lot of you out there who were drawn to motorcycles because of that. You were drawn to a family you can choose, a family that you picked, not the one that you were given. And let me tell you what, when I say bikers understand this better than anybody else, I fucking mean it. They understand what it's like to take these kids, to take them from having nothing, to take them from being homeless, no support system, no family that's worth a damn, absolutely nothing in the world. They understand what it's like to take them from that and give them a family that they can actually count on, because that can make all the difference in the world. And when I think about Forgotten Angels in the future, and I think about a Brapstar garage at every single one, and I think about young men and young women learning how to work on motorcycles, traveling passing through, being able to share their knowledge and their experiences, and all these people, all these cast outs, all these outcasts, all these left behinds, all these never wers, never even got a first chance. I think about all them. I think about all of them being given a family they can actually count on. I don't know, man. It moves me. It really, really does something to me, man. I can see it. I don't know if you guys can. I don't know if you guys can see this vision, but I'll tell you, boys, I can see it. Guys, I got that link down below. Make sure you hit it. That's where the raffle is. You know, I know a lot of you guys out there have, will, and will continue to donate money to Forgotten Angels and time and goods and your service. I know you'll continue to donate all that stuff without ever any hint of a reward. But you know what? We are running a raffle. And guess what? On the 19th, we're giving away that gold wing, and someone's going to win a trip down here, and they're going to get going on an adventure and ride that thing home. And someone out there is also going to win $250,000. We got a lot riding on this, but the amount of hurt in the world, the amount of terror, the amount of injustice in this world that we can change, it's worth that bet, it's worth that gamble, and it's worth taking a risk on. I appreciate you guys tuning in. You know what I stand for, and you know what I believe in. You know that I ride for the forgotten. I'm asking you to do it too. Click that link down below. Until next time, y'all, keep it weird.
Crashing through the sky comes a fearful cry. Shade tree, army. Shade tree, army. Armies of the night, evil taking flight. Shade tree, army. Shade tree, army. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Panic spreading far and wide. Can the world oppose the deadliest of foes? Shade tree, army. Shade tree, army. Who will risk it all to end the evil call of Shade tree, army. Shade tree, army. They never give up, they never say die, walking tall with banners high. Shade Tree Army, a ruthless gang of scum, villains, freaks, and bikers determined to rule the world.